welcome back to our weekend diaries. I have no plans for today and I was like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do with my day? Because it's actually sunny for once and I didn't want to waste the day. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take myself out on a solo date. So I'm going to go to the cinema and get some lunch and I might even just see where the day takes me. So yeah, that's my plan for today. I'm excited because it's sunny for one. My house is clean. My food shop is done. I've been to the gym 3 times this week and I've also been to the gym in the morning. I've gone twice for like 6:30 and I'm not gonna lie guys, I'm not gonna lie. You people that go in the morning have actually the right idea because it makes a lot of sense. It's busy but then it dies down at like 7 and obviously I'm still in there because I work from home so I can stay a little bit longer and I absolutely love that. I went on the Stairmaster the other day and I was like, do you know what? Let me be brave, go on the Stairmaster. I was like, okay, I'll go on it for 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. I went on it for 2. I was dying. My heart rate was at 1.7 something. I thought, nah, these are going to have to carry me out of here. I hopped off the Stairmaster. I was like, nah. I thought I can't do it. I thought, I've seen this guy. Obviously, I've been in the morning. I've seen him twice this week. Being on the Stairmaster for like an hour. And he comes off dripping in sweat. And I'm like, I'm trying to be like you. I'm literally trying to be like you. Because 2 minutes, I was embarrassed to even like get off. I thought, fuck, I need to get off here because it's either I get off or I die. I thought either way I'm going to embarrass myself. So I thought, let me get off. And I just got off and left. But you know what? It's something to work towards because Rome was not built in a day. So it is what it is. I'm just happy I've got my routine now figured out. So everything's going to flow better. Going in the morning has allowed me my dinner time. Why did I say dinner time like I'm at school? My dinner when I get home is obviously a lot better because I feel like I don't have to rush to do anything. I can make my dinner, breathe, and then go to bed, which I absolutely love. So 6 AM gym club, you will be seeing me for the foreseeable. Actually, let me take that back right now. For the foreseeable during summer and spring. As soon as it comes to winter, you're not going to see me. And that is on God because the dark mornings, not for me. I think that's why I was struggling at the start of the year. To like get up early, but now I got it all figured out, so for the time being. So yeah, that is one win. What else has happened this week? We celebrated my nephew's birthday yesterday. He turned 5. He's just too funny. Went to bowling and arcades. We went to have a barbecue, but the British weather was just not playing ball, so we went to Five Guys instead because he absolutely loves Five Guys. Today, guys, if you think his birthday is just one day, it's definitely not. Today he's having a sleepover with his cousins and this morning he told my sister he wants party bags, so my sister's literally ordered a bunch of stuff from Amazon to get delivered today for his party bags. He's also going to take a cake into school when school starts on Monday because the whole world needs to know it was his birthday. That guy is literally something else. He cracks me up. And yesterday he wanted everyone to call him the birthday boy. And if anything happened, he was like, it's my day. I'm like, okay, King, we see you. But no, he cracks me up. So his birthday has been celebrated and yeah, he's 5. I cannot believe he's 5. I remember the day he was born because obviously my sister went to the hospital. I dropped her to the hospital. It was during COVID times and it was just so weird. And obviously I dropped her to the hospital, then me and my mum was looking after my first nephew. And then he woke up and I think he was thinking, like, 1, why are you here? 2, where the hell's my mum? And my dad, like, what are you doing? So yeah, he literally woke up, came in and got us, and then he like dragged us into my sister's room and he was just looking sad. He just looked so sad. And I was like, oh, she's not here. She's like gone to go give birth. But obviously he was only little, so I think he was just thinking, you're talking a whole heap of stuff, love, but it's not making any sense. Until obviously they came home with a brand new baby. I think he was a bit like, the fuck? But yeah, honestly, these kids make me feel so old. But damn guys, it's a lot. It's a lot. What else has happened this week? My boohoo jacket actually came yesterday, which means it took a whole week for the jacket to come, which I still can't figure out why when I have next day delivery. But the jacket's here. It's actually butty yellow, although it slightly does look cream on this camera. I can assure you it's butty yellow and I absolutely love it. I feel like it's exactly what I wanted and exactly what I needed. I'm standing on my tiptoes so you can see it better, but it's actually such a nice jacket, so I'm wearing it today. I was going to let it rest and I thought, why am I letting it rest? So, you know what I mean? Good outfit, solo day. What a perfect Saturday. And I'm probably going to pop in and see my sister to get some birthday cake, because I didn't get none yesterday, you know. Like, no one got any yesterday. My sister thought she could pull a fast one, because none of us got birthday cake yesterday. You know what I mean? I don't like when I go to places and they don't cut the cake. I'm telling you that now. Saying that, for my 30th birthday, everyone's like, the rent's cut the cake, and I was like, guys, I'm not cutting it. No, which was actually pretty rude of me, I'm not going to lie. Because when I go to an event and this cake, I want some. So I should have actually given my guest cake. So guys, I'm sorry. We go again for my 40th or whatever. My next big birthday age. Oh my god, my 40th. Guys, let's not even talk about that, because I'm going to be 32 this year. I've got 8 years till I'm 40. Which sounds crazy. Because in my head, I'm like 18. So the math doesn't really make sense. But on that note, I'm going to leave this house, because if I think about growing old, I'm just going to feel sick. So, yeah, we'll see. Bye. To all of my G's and my MCs, flying at the air with the love ladies. If you can't show you one, you want your G, you're not in my category. I cannot be the only person that gets a bit heated when they get in the car, because I feel like people are just so silly when they're driving. I think, guys, what are you doing? Like, what is happening? I just feel like people have no like common sense when they're driving. I think it irks my soul. I literally didn't let this couple in, and then their car got next to my car, and then this woman's like this, saying that I'm crazy. And I'm thinking, bish, I'm not even crazy. I let 2 people in. I didn't want to let a 3rd person in. Doesn't mean, 1, I'm a nasty person, 2, I'm crazy, because realistically, I didn't have to let anyone in. I let 2 people in. That's a goodwill gesture. Letting 3 people in is criminal. Everyone knows the rule is 1 and done. 2 if you're feeling in a good mood, but 3, damn. I might as well get out of my car and you drive it for me, because I clearly don't want to get to where I need to get to. Honestly, it's the audacity for me, but honestly, as soon as I get in a car, I'm just like, oh my god, don't even drive me. I've just finished at the cinema, but I'm going to go to my sister's briefly, because I went to M&S to get a bottle of water. But then some reason I went into the kids section, and oh my god, remember last week I sold my pair of trousers for £3.50 on Vinted, and I was like, what the hell can you buy for £3.50? Well, in M&S you can buy kids clothes for £4. And that's exactly what I did. I got my niece this little dress, which was only £4 great British pounds. From M&S. Honestly, I feel like it's such a cute dress, and for £4 I was like, damn. I messaged my sister saying, oh, M&S, I've got some dresses for £4. I've got Clem one. She's like, oh, you could have got one. I was thinking, did you just read what I said, love? I said I got a one. So I'm gonna go drop that off to her now, and then I'm gonna go back home. So I'll debrief properly about the film, because I don't know how, I actually don't know how I feel about it, yeah. I don't know how I actually feel about the film, so I guess I'm gonna let it sink in, let it marinate into my brain a little bit, and then once I get home, we'll debrief about it, because, yeah, I just don't know how I feel about it, I'm not gonna lie. Loves me, and adores me, love me, love me, love me. When you gotta take things for, she broke my heart, when you taking a big for. I'm back home. I'm just going to get undressed and put on some loungewear and then just chill for the rest of the day. A disclaimer, I'm going to talk about the drama. So if you do want to watch it, skip this bit, because I don't want anyone to say I'm spoiling the movie for them. But I'm not going to lie, I don't think I really liked the movie. I've decided, I've had time to marinate over it, and I think I would rate it probably like a 6 out of 10. I feel like they could have done so much with the movie, and it would have been so much better. Like the ending, I don't know if they're still married or not. And the bit where he kind of like kissed his colleague and was going to sleep with her, that bit was just so random. And obviously the colleague's boyfriend beating up at the wedding as well, that bit was just like, why? Something definitely should have happened with the maid of honour and Zendaya at the wedding, because that would have been a lot better. That would have made more sense for the storyline and the plot, in my opinion. I think obviously the messaging of the movie being about obviously gun violence and stuff in America is probably good because that is a big thing in America, like as a whole anyway. I just don't know if the seriousness of it actually was portrayed well enough. I don't know. I feel like there was comedic moments and the way it was shot and stuff was different to a normal movie, which was pretty cool. But I think the overall movie, for me, like I said, is just wasn't there. I don't know. Maybe I look at movies different. Because when I think of a movie, I think of like Gone Girl. I don't know. I just want a bit of mystery. I think the plot would have been a lot better. Not that I'm a movie writer, but I think the plot would have been a lot better if they got married and then he found out that about her. Then it was kind of like we see the breakdown of the marriage and how they navigate that. Because I feel like that would have been very interesting to see. Whereas obviously it was before they got married. And obviously he had time to not even get married, but he chose to get married anyway. And I wanted him to have like a dirty little secret too of something crazy that he did. Because I'm not gonna lie, when I watched the trailer, I genuinely thought it was him that did something mad, not Zendaya that did something mad. So I was a bit surprised. I'm glad I went to see it though, as other people said it's really good. And obviously you always got to trust your own judgment when it comes to films. So I think it was worth a watch. I also went to Everyman, so I got lunch inside the cinema and I had a pizza and chips. And yeah, that's all I had today. If anyone's watched that movie, please let me know what you thought of it. I don't know if my critique is too harsh, I don't know. But I think it was just a okay film. Like, I wouldn't watch it again because I don't need to, because what is it? Nothing's going to tell me anything different that I don't already know. Plus, like I said, the ending, I still don't actually know what happened at the end, which I like to know what's happening unless there's going to be another one. And I don't feel like the movie needs to have another one. It doesn't need to be a part 2 because what we're doing here. But we'll see. Before I went to the cinema, I actually went to M&S in New Look. I went to New Look and they had 25% off the jewellery, so I got some more jewellery. I got this jewellery stack, which is really nice. I got these bracelets, which I think are really nice. Again, they're stretchy, so they'll be perfect for summertime. I got this jewellery stack as well. I feel like I've got this jewellery stack, and annoyingly I didn't get my receipt. So if I've got this jewellery stack already, I guess I'm just going to have it twice, and I can't complain about that. Although I didn't really like the movie, I'm glad I went to the cinema because I feel like I have like a slight fear of going to the cinema because I don't know when I walk out to. But I walked out to a perfectly sunny day today and it was a vibe. So yeah, I love that. There was other people in the cinema as well on a little solo day. There was this elderly woman there that was probably about, I'd say 65, just there chilling. I thought, you're a whole vibe and I'm probably going to be like you when I'm 65, which I absolutely loved. So yeah, a nice day. Now I'm going to have a very chilled evening. I got some cake from my sisters when I dropped off my niece's dress. So I'm going to have that for a little cheeky little dessert with some water. And then just catch up on YouTube podcasts or even watch a series that I started on Apple TV. The other day I was going to sign up to Apple TV, but when I got my new phone, they keep saying, oh, you've got Apple TV free, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't want it. As soon as I went onto the Apple TV, they was like, oh, you got 3 months free. I was like, run that up now. I was like, run it. So I've got it free till July. No, July? Yeah. I got it free till July and I've put it in my calendar to make sure I cancel it like the day before because I'm not paying for it, love, sorry. There's too much subscriptions already up in the place. So I've started a new series on Apple TV. Can't even actually remember what it's called. I started it this week though. It's meant to be really good, but I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it's a very slow burner because I was watching it, I was thinking, this is boring. That's exactly what I thought about All Her Fault, and that turned out to be 10 out of 10. Honestly, that series was literally so good. Slightly reminded me of Gone Girl, and I absolutely love Gone Girl as a movie. That is like, I'd say one of my top 10 films. Gone Girl is so good. But yeah, I'm just gonna go chill, catch a vibe, and breakdance. back from the gym. I'm just getting ready to shoot some content. While I was at the gym bros were doing too much, honestly. The grunting, the banging of the weights, I was like, oh my God, I had to leave. Because, what the hell, I can't even get this zip undone. I had to leave because they were just doing too much and I was like, I can't stay here. I can't even focus. I don't even know how much reps I've done of anything because all I'm hearing is, go on, bang, bang. And I think everyone that was in the gym was thinking the same thing. Obviously, I see the same people when I go on a Sunday. So we was all looking at each other like to say, like, they are doing too much. It was a silent disapproval from us. And I left, and this other guy left when I was leaving. It was just too much. Because normally on a Sunday, it's chill, calm, cool and collected. But it just wasn't this morning. So after I've done my content, I'm going to go for a walk because it is sunny. Hopefully it stays sunny because it's the UK. Yeah, I never know what might happen. While I was at the gym, I was listening to Candice's podcast and she was talking about the fear of being seen. And I feel like I have that fear of being seen because I actually want more. And I feel like saying that makes me feel ungrateful, even though I'm so grateful for the life that I currently have. Because obviously I've worked hard to get where I am and to just like achieve the things I've done and to have the things that I have. But I think in some people's eyes, there's like, Brent, why do you want more? And I'm like, I just do. I just want more from life. And I feel like I've been almost a bit guilty of saying that because I feel like me saying that to other people, they're going to look at me and think, why are you being ungrateful? Because you're literally in a privileged position and you've got what most people really do want at this current age. And I'm like, obviously, I'm grateful for that. And granted, I take that on board. But I still want more. And I think that's the issue that I'm having now. Like, when people are like, oh, just get a man, have kids, da da da. In my head, I'm thinking, no, guys, because I don't want to settle. I don't want to settle and have all that now and then not actually achieve my goals and my actual dreams that I know that I want to fulfill. Obviously, granted, I might be able to do that with a man and a child, but it's going to be a lot harder. If I've just got myself now, why don't I just lock in, do what I need to do, and focus on that? And that's exactly what I'm going to do and get over the fear of being seen, because the fear of being seen is only the fear of trying. And I always tell people, I would rather try and fail than not try at all, because honestly, do you know how many jobs I've applied for in my whole existence of life and I've not got them? Guys, I've applied for jobs at McDonald's, Burger King, JD, Sports Direct, Asda, like Homebase, Hobbycraft. Literally, I've applied for so many jobs and I've not got them. Even when I got my first proper job, like while I was at uni, I applied for that job. I didn't even get that job. I didn't get that job. And then they called me back and was like, oh, you haven't got the job you've applied for, but you can come and be a freelancer. And I was like, come on then, let's go. But even in that sense, like, I didn't get the job and I was just like, well, that was a bit shit. Then a few days later, it's like, oh, come in and have an informal chat with the head of studio and then you can obviously start as a freelancer. So, yeah, but I feel like I do have a fear of being seen because I want more. Because obviously, the life that I have now, I'm so grateful for, like I've said, but I just want more. And it sounds so liberating saying it. Yeah, I know I've talked about this so much before, but I think it's just something that's always in the back of my mind, because I feel like people are literally in their head thinking, what are you waiting for, Lauren? Like, you've got a house, you've got a car, you've got a good job, so why not taking the next step in your life to like have a family? But guys, the next step in my life is not to have a family. It's to propel my life to the next step to get an even better life and get the life that I want, so I can do things that I want to do. And I can treat people that are already currently in my life, like my family and my friends, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I want to do, because in reality, obviously, life isn't all about money or success or anything. But I feel like for me, I want to be able to live a life that I know that I can sustain, maintain. And if I do have a child, they can live the life that I want them to live and have opportunities that they can have with a little bit more financial backing or just like investments, you know what I mean? I went to a webinar a couple of weeks ago about stocks and shares, and obviously I've started investing on the stock market. Before, my brother has been banging on, literally banging in my head about it, and I was like, nah, I'll do it one day. Then I did it, and I've made some profit from it as well. Obviously not a lot, granted, let's slow our road, not a lot, but obviously it's good to just see that I've started it, and obviously I've made some investments, and I think that's like a big thing, because you know what, if I have a child, I want them to have generational wealth, guys. I want them to have generational wealth. Is that okay? That's what I want for my child, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Like, I'm just going to build this idea that I have in my head and see what happens, because I would rather fail trying than not trying, because that is wasted potential. One of my biggest fears in this life is wasted potential and the fear of just staying stuck or staying stagnant. I don't like it. Like right now, I'm comfortable, and part of me likes it, but I don't at the same time, because I know that being comfortable can make you stuck, and I don't want to be stuck in life. I want to be moving at a steady pace. So the next chapter is for me to be moving at a steady pace, and I'm happy with that. Like, I'm more than happy with that, but it's more outside noise. But I need to remember, like, people's lives, people's perceptions of what they want in their lives, that's fine, but my perception of what I want in my life, that is fine too. Like, it's my life. No one can, like I said before, pressure me to have a child or to get a man, because right now I need to lock in and focus on my actual one goal that I want to achieve this year. And if I don't achieve that goal, honestly, guys, send me this clip. Send me this clip and say you're a lying ass. Yeah. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I feel like on a Sunday I get really deep. Might be because I'm just here, obviously, in my thoughts. And obviously, especially if I've listened to something that resonates with me, I'm like, oh my God, yeah. But imagine me in the gym thinking all that. And then I've got my man in the back grunting, slamming the plates and stuff. I'm thinking, guys, my brain is just doing too much. That's probably one of the reasons why I left, to be fair, because my brain was just doing too much at that time. But I normally listen to a mix in the gym, actually. So I don't know why I listen to the podcast, because normally I listen to mixes with music. So, don't know. Might be because I was just on YouTube and I seen it. I thought, let me just listen. But I guess everything happens for a reason, and that is the reason. And yeah, thanks for coming to my TED Talk, guys. I will be quiet now because I've yapped on for about 100 hours. Let me go get this content and then go for a walk. I've finished taking my content. I literally have just found this top that I thought I sold on Reddit, I'm not going to lie. But I found the cord set. It's a cord set from PLT that I've had for ages, and I wore it once when I was in Paris years ago. And I've just found it and I absolutely love it. I'm like, why don't I wear this top more? I'm currently outfit planning as well, because I'm going to go see Acorn and Neo. Not this week, coming the week after, and I was like, I need an outfit, so what the hell am I going to wear? So I've just put together 3 outfits. 2 of the outfits I absolutely love. One of them I'm like, meh, questionable. This is one of the outfits. Just this top, black jeans, black cropped jacket, black shoes, and a black bag. I know I said if I'm wearing black I'm going through it, but I'm not going through it. I feel like at a concert, I don't know, you just tend to wear black, but obviously this top gives a lot of a very colourful vibe. So it's not all black, so I'm definitely not going for it, guys. Don't you worry. So yeah, I need to decide which outfit to wear, and hopefully people on TikTok will help me decide as well, because I'm going to put that on TikTok for this week. But that's my content done. I have some more content to get. Actually, Small sent me some PR. I need to just put that on my story on Instagram, so I need to do that. As always, I've created a mess once I've shot some content. So I'm going to clean up this room, and then I really want a matcha, but I've decided my matcha tastes better than the matchas that I buy. I know that's very biased because I'm the only person tasting my matcha, but I prefer my own matcha compared to the ones that I buy outside. So I might go to B&M quickly to see if they have the little cups that I can put my matcha in. I can take my matcha and go for a walk, so it'll be like a nice, like, cool chill vibe that I'm going for. So that's what I'm going to do. Tidy up, go B&M, then go for a walk. I've got the goods. I knew B&M wouldn't let me down. I'm going to wash this because I'm not an animal, you know what I mean? You've always got to wash things before you use it, especially these type of things, because Lord knows who has been up in B&M using it. So I'm going to make my strawberry matcha. I went for the strawberry cup actually because I thought I always have a strawberry matcha, so it kind of makes sense. The cheat code to making a good matcha is to use a milk frother, because why hurt my hand whisking if they've got a milk frother? Or even one of those little milk frother like handheld ones, because they're really good. I've got one of those actually, but I never brought batteries for it, so it's a bit awkward, isn't it? I also use this as a strawberry flavour because I feel like this tastes really good and it doesn't actually cost that much compared to some of the syrups that you see online. Some salted caramel syrup, which again is from Home Sense. I feel like Home Sense, you can go there for quite a lot of things, and the food stuff just makes sense to me, you know. I'm not going to put any ice in my matcha because I'm going to go for a walk, so I don't want the ice jiggling around while I'm walking. I use lactose-free milk because I'm lactose intolerant. Honestly guys, I have had too many instances where I probably nearly shot myself, I'm not gonna lie. And this is probably too much information, but one of them, this one is even funnier because my friend actually watches my vlog, so he'll be thinking, oh my god, okay, so yeah. I went on a work trip to Bulgaria, me and 3 other people, one of them being like my really good friends, and I was like, oh, I've never been to the toilet on an aeroplane because I never have. So I was like, I don't even need to get up. That's why I always pick the window seat, because I'm like, I'm in my seat and I don't need to get up, and I love it. I just sit, chill, catch a vibe. But that particular day, I thought, do you know what, I'll get a Starbucks. We went from Manchester, so I got a Starbucks. I got a strawberries and cream frappuccino. But normally, I'll say, can I have it without the cream? Because the cream is what literally kills my stomach. And this time, it had cream on, and I thought, do you know what, F it. I'm big, I'm bad. I'll just take the cream. I'll take the hit. Tell me why I'm mid-air, my stomach is bubbling. Do you know when your stomach is bubbling and you think, guys, I need to either go for a number 2 or do a whole heap of letting the gas out? And I thought, I can't do neither because 1, I'm on a plane, 2, like I have a bit of decorum, love. I was literally dying. My stomach was cramping so much. So in the end, I ended up going to the toilet and just letting a load of wind out in the toilet. Honestly, when I went back and sat down, I felt so much better. But honestly, it was touch and go. And then the second time was when me and my brother was in Tokyo. We went to Osaka and we went to, where did we go? To Universal World, I think it is. Universal World? Anyway, one of the theme parks in Osaka. We went there. And then we got this, like, desserty thing. And it had loads of cream in. Like, absolutely loads of cream in. And I was like, again, you know what, I'm on holiday, I'm big, I'm bad, I can do what I want. Guys, I couldn't do what I want because I ate that and I felt fine. So I thought, you know what, maybe Japan has different type of cream compared to England, you know what I mean? I don't know. I thought, you know what, it's fine. And then a couple of hours later, we was going from the theme park to go to Don Summit Bridge, the famous bridge in Osaka. I don't even actually know what it's called, even though I've been there, which is a bit bad. And we was obviously changing from the metros to trains, blah, blah, blah. And guys, my stomach, when I say my stomach was just like, it was like something was about to drop. And I say drop. I literally had to run to the toilet and go to the toilet in the train station. And I was like, oh my God, guys, like, 1, I'm embarrassed, 2, no one coming after me. But when I was coming out, someone was going in, I thought, oh my God. I thought, you know what, you're never going to see me again, so it's fine. But they're the 2 times I thought lactose intolerance is actually so real, because it's no joke, guys. It's either you shit yourself or you shit yourself if there's no toilet. So yeah, but look how cute this matcha looks in this glass. It's so nice. I feel like the matcha's turned out even better. I slightly forgot what to actually put the lid on, so I need to drink a little bit of it so I can actually close it. But this is perfect to go for a walk, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to put some washing in as well when I go for a walk. I also put in washing either when I get in the shower in the morning or when I'm going for a lunchtime walk during work time, because I feel like I'm not using my own time, even though I am. I'm doing something and being productive at the same time. I'm back from my walk and I'm going to end this vlog here because I need to decide what to make for my dinner. I'm either going to have some salmon or maybe some chicken. I'm not actually sure, but I'll figure it out. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next vlog.